Yo guys, what's going on? It's Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about if you should use your Scav at all in PvE. Is it worth using your Scav? Should you be grinding it? Should you be using it? I'm going to discuss my opinions on it and why I do think it is worth it. But at the same time, if you have a bunch of money, you have a bunch of gear, you're already well progressed, you really don't need to use your Scav. Do me a favor, make sure you drop a like on this one, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more PvE. Let's hop right in. So the main reason I would recommend grinding your Scav and getting max fence rep or 6+ is for the quote-unquote king level store. The max loyalty store has a ton of decent stuff in it and a ton of profitable stuff in it. That's the main reason I recommend it. The main reason I actually grinded it up to get to it. I mean, you want to make some easy money. There's 14 of the Ray-Bans there for 3K, and you can sell them for 20,000. I mean, it's genuinely incredibly easy money, and that's not the only thing that's going to be profitable in Fence's inventory, but this is something I've talked about countless times, that it's extremely profitable to grind the fence rep just for this alone. So, just to show you, we'll go ahead and list all the Ray-Bans right now for 19,999, and they will sell eventually. There they go. So all in, we paid like 40 some K and then 15K for a fee. We paid about 60K total. We sell 3 pair, we get 12 for free. 12 times 20K, there's your profit. Other reasons the fence rep is actually so good is you get a discount on the car in your PMC extracts. Now, if you're already rich, it doesn't matter, but it's worth noting. You're also going to get shorter Scav case timers. Now, my Scav rep was over 10, but as soon as you get over 6 fence rep, if you kill a Scav accidentally, it'll reset you by a maximum of 2 rep, and if you are under 8 rep, it'll bring you back to 6 rep. So if you have 7.5, it'll bring you down to 6. If you have 8.2, it'll bring you down to 6.2, and then the next kill, I don't think it's going to completely cook you, but it's going to hurt. So my timers used to be incredibly low. Fence rep will also affect the actual timer for your Scav. Now, one thing that used to be a thing was your Scav would get better kits the higher your fence rep, the higher your Scav rep. That seems to not be a thing anymore. Seems to be just completely random. You can see my Scav looks pretty terrible. We got a scoped Mosin and not really much else to talk about. Now, the next thing is just using the Scav in general profitable. Well, it really depends on how you are using / abusing your Scav. If you are going into factory and you're just running straight to the extract without doing anything else, just for the fence rep and like 50 to 100,000 rubles, just quick selling your inventory, absolutely worth it. If you're going to Streets of Tarkov looking for a rusted bloody key, absolutely worth it. If you are playing customs raids and you are playing interchange raids looking for one specific item that you need for your hideout, it's not really worth it. But if you're on Lighthouse and you're looking for some of that rare military tech or even on reserve, it might be advantageous for you to go on those maps on your Scav just to deal with less AI. It just really depends on how you look at it. The angle that I'm going to look at it from is most of you don't want to run your Scav. Meaning you want to be in and out of the raid as quickly as possible. That means you want to go to factory and you want to just run right to the extract. Not only is this going to give you 0.01 Scav rep, it's also going to give you a free kit. Now, any of the stuff you spawn with, there is a roughly 10 to 20% chance you get a key card, and about the same odds that you actually get a red flare. So between like 2 and 4 of your raids out of every 10, you're going to be spawning in with a decent item. That's going to also kind of make it a little more worth it for you to just do it every, 5 to 10 minutes, whatever your timer is. And if you haven't grinded your Scav, you haven't leveled up your Scav, it's going to be like every 20 to 25 minutes, assuming you don't have any hideout upgrades as well. I think Intel Center level 2 or 3 reduces that timer by like 30%. So definitely try and grind that up if you haven't got there yet. But we're loading into factory right now. We're just going to run straight to the extract. Unless we spawn right next to a PMC or something, we're not going to worry about it. Just going to run straight to the extract, see what gear we got on, see what stuff we spawned with, and determine if it was worth it. Now, considering it's taking a minute to load in, it's going to take another minute in the menu. You have to make that decision. Is 2 to 3 minutes of my time worth the 100 to 200K I'm going to pull out? It's up to you. Little 20-second raid. It was actually a 20-second raid. Incredible. So let's see what we had in our inventory. That is absolutely terrible. I don't think it gets much worse than that. You can sell the Mosin on the flea market for probably 30, 50K, somewhere in there. The LPS actually isn't terrible. The SJ9's like a 50K quick sell, and we got more Ray-Bans to sell for 20K. Now, this is all stuff I'd recommend you to do. This is all stuff that, you know, honestly, I don't really care enough, so just going to go ahead and quick sell it. But 108,000 rubles for 20 seconds of work really isn't that bad. And once again, you are getting that scav rep up. So if you're wondering how many raids it would take without doing car extracts or doing fence task, anything, it's going to take you 600 raids. But combine that with some other stuff, it won't be as overwhelming. And as you can see, I just got back in the menu and my scav is going to be ready in 3.5 minutes. So I can run like 15 scavs an hour. It's pretty nuts. Is it worth it? Honestly, yes. But is it worth it if you are still grinding your PMC? Probably not. Especially if you're a more casual player and you only have a few hours a day or a week to get on Escape from Tarkov. I would probably focus on getting some of those tasks done. Now, if you're dead broke, of course, run your scav. But I'd probably just play on your PMC. But when it comes to strictly the value standpoint, your scav will always be worth it. It is a free kit and a free raid. Do me a favor, make sure you drop it a like on this one, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more PvE. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.